So far in this series, we have seen that markets are about supply and demand. We know that supply is also known as sellers or sells. We can also see it as askers or asks. And we know that demand is known as buyers or buys. We can also see it as bidders or bids. We organize supply and demand using order books. Order books have two sides, the buy side and the sell side. This organization is carried out by exchanges. Exchanges organize markets by creating and maintaining order books. Exchanges facilitate trading by providing access to these order books. As traders begin trading against these order books, transactions are generated, and exchanges make these transactions available to all traders. This data is the data that we see when we look at historical charts and prices. These three concepts give us layers within the marketplace. We are stacking these layers, building a marketplace stack. Our task is to find our place as traders within this stack. To introduce our next concept, I want to consider our last concept, exchanges. We know that exchanges facilitate trading for traders, so let's attempt to do just that with the New York Stock Exchange. Before trading begins, we need to have an account. This account is where all of our balances and transactions are maintained. So I'm here on the New York Stock Exchange website on the membership page of the NYSE. NYSE Equities membership provides the high-tech solutions needed to make rapid, automated, and anonymous executions. Membership brings access to opening and closing auctions and direct connectivity. This brings us to our next concept, broker-dealers. This is because the NYSE provides these services, this direct connectivity to broker dealers. Membership is available to registered and new US-based broker dealers. Individual investors are not eligible. This isn't always going to be the case, but most of the time, traders are going to trade using a broker. Our main focus here is going to be brokers just for that reason. However, we will also touch on dealers as well. To focus our discussion, have a couple of resources to lead us to a definition of a broker-dealer. I'm here on the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's website in the Guide to Broker-Dealer Registration section. I want to look first at Section 7. Financial responsibility of broker-dealers. Broker-dealers must meet certain financial responsibility requirements, including maintaining minimum amounts of liquid assets or net capital. Next, we have taking certain steps to safeguard the customer funds and securities. So this implies that the broker is going to be in custody of or have customer funds and securities. So they hold those particular funds and securities for investors and traders. Next, we have making and preserving accurate books and records. We saw that exchanges facilitate trading, and we are now seeing that broker-dealers provide account management services and record-keeping services for traders' accounts. When we trade, we usually open an account with a broker. We tell the broker what trades we would like to do, and the broker executes these trades through an exchange on our behalf. On the back end, the broker may even use multiple exchanges to execute our trade. On the front end, the broker keeps track of our balances and our transactions. Now let's move to Section 2. Who is required to register as a broker-dealer? We can see that a broker is defined as any person engaged in the business of effecting transactions in securities for accounts of others. Brokers execute trades for traders. In the old days, potentially movies, or you might have experienced this yourself, you would call your broker on the phone and you would say, buy this or sell that many shares of a particular stock. Now, we typically have online brokers where they're still brokering for us, but it's a software relationship. We tell the software which trades we want to execute, and the software goes ahead and keeps track of our balances and transactions. A dealer is any person engaged in the business of buying and selling securities for his own account through a broker or otherwise. It's important to note that a dealer typically operates as a business. The definition of a dealer does not include a trader. A trader is a person who buys and sells securities for his or her own account, either individually or through a fiduciary capacity, but not as a part of a regular business. A fiduciary capacity is when you are trading for someone else. You're responsible for their funds, but not as a business. This could be a friend or a family member. In many cases, entities that operate as a broker also engage in dealing. Many online brokers that we're used to, like Interactive Brokers or TD Ameritrade, also trade for their own accounts. dealing in a particular asset is usually part of a proprietary trading arm or market making activities. These concepts are to come. Now, with stocks, we are used to saying that we trade with a broker. However, with cryptocurrencies, we more often hear trade with an exchange. So what I want to do now is have a look at GDAX and figure out if GDAX is an exchange, a broker, or potentially both. On the GDAX homepage, they tell us that GDAX is an exchange. However, we can see here, they also give us the ability to open an account. This means that account holders at the moment are dealing directly with an exchange and not a broker. This was not the case with the NYSE. We saw that in order to create an account or get a membership with the New York Stock Exchange, you had to have a broker-dealer license. Now, looking here on the GDAX Coinbase user agreement in section 3.4, we can see that GDAX is not a broker. They specifically tell us in the user agreement they are not a broker. No investment advice or brokerage, section 3.4. For the avoidance of doubt, Coinbase does not provide investment, tax, or legal advice, nor does Coinbase broker trades on your behalf. All GDAX trades are executed automatically based on the parameters of your order instructions and in accordance with posted trade execution procedures. So they are specifically telling us that this is an exchange, not a brokerage. They're not giving us an advice. All they're doing is facilitating the ability to trade. And we are fully responsible for understanding the implications of our actions while using the exchange. Now, as the cryptocurrency markets mature, we may see brokers popping up providing additional services to customers, perhaps using multiple exchanges as a back end. But for now, if you want to trade cryptocurrencies, most of your options entail actually using an exchange directly. If brokers start popping up, you may see more strict requirements for actually using an exchange directly. But for now, this is what we have. With this working knowledge, we are ready to provide a definition for a broker-dealer. A broker-dealer is an institutional trading entity that trades on behalf of individual traders when acting as a broker and on behalf of itself when acting as a dealer. I hope this video was helpful. Please like the video, subscribe, and support this DEEPLIZARD channel. Thank you.